Hi, morning, guys, and welcome to the first update video of this week. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming out, so I want to be going through with the whole community. First, we want to start off with by just going over our statistics, so having a look at where we're at. So we head over to the website. So, in terms of TVL, it's going to go load for us. Ba-da-ba-da-bum. So right now we're sitting at just a tick under 600,000, so 598,832 total value locked. We have a look at the tokens. So game itself, so we're sitting at 240,000 in terms of liquidity. And we had a volume of 46,000 over the previous 24 hours, and we're at $1.95. Head over to to Theory itself. We're sitting at 170,000 in liquidity. Our volume was 88,000 over the last 24 hours, and we're at 48.51. In terms of the treasury, so which is going to be a big topic with our NFT minting, but that's seen a huge uptick. We've almost getting close to doubling where we're at in the treasury. So right now we currently have $43,679 in the treasury in stable coins, which is compared to us starting just over a week ago at $1,800. We've been able to raise a lot of money through the NFT minting. They've been very popular. With our NFTs, so right now, if we head over to the NFT section on the website, you can see all the statistics. So all of our Generation Zero NFTs have been fully minted, like we know, so they are sold out, and one of them has been merged, so the max supply is actually 99 instead of 100. So of our Bronze Generation 1 NFTs, out of the 300, 30 have been minted so far, and the supply is actually now 29, so one of those has already been merged. So we've already sold 30 so far, and they've only been launched for a few hours. With our socials, so we're at up to 950 members in our Discord, so we're getting close to 1,000 members, and we have 122 followers on our Twitter account, which is rising steadily each day. And then we go over to the total value for the seniorage protocol. So we've still got Tomb Savannah Finance sitting at the top. And for ourselves, based on our current TVL, we would be going in right at the number, that'll put us at the number 20 spot. We'd be right at the number 20 spot just behind Piggy Finance. And obviously that's been a fluctuating slightly in the next couple of days, but when our marketing starts kicking in, I think we'll really start to see us skyrocketing up that total value locked list. So that's where we are with statistics. Things that I've been working on over the past couple of days. So we have hired a visual designer. So they're currently working on our logo, and they're currently working on some other assets that they're going to produce for us. So you guys will hopefully be seeing those by the end of the week and just seeing a really cool look added to the general protocol all across. We're in advanced talks with YouTube influencers. We're taking the time with this because we're very selective about the people that we want to bring on board to be representing the brand, but we're in advanced talks with them. And when you see those agreements get made and then the videos get pushed out, you'll be seeing obviously a lot more eyeballs on our project. And the benefit of having these couple of weeks is we've really been able to refine and tweak a lot of the protocol aspects, as well as get products out into the marketplace, like 2 generation of our NFTs already, so that now that these new people who are coming in, they're going to be seeing a much more fleshed out protocol than for the OGs who were with us in the first couple of days as we were still just getting everything set up. As well as that, we're also in advanced talks with a website redesign. So we've had some bids placed, and some of the examples have been really, really exciting. And I think it's going to make a massive impact in terms of the overall user experience for people coming in. I think it's going to be opening us up to be able to appeal to a much broader swathe of the population. Because I think for anyone who's been investing in Tomb Forks, I think that I remember for me the first time I saw a Tomb Fork website, and there's a lot going on, and that's someone who's been investing in DeFi for a long time, let alone people who are quite new to DeFi, let alone people who are kind of just basic crypto investors in terms of layer ones and being on exchanges, let alone people who are gamers who aren't even involved in crypto as well. So one of our primary goals is to broaden our appeal to be able to reach as wide a net as possible. So for the people who are very advanced DeFi investors, they're able to have an amazing protocol too. But for people who are brand new, but who want to get involved in it, we want to be able to reach out to those people too, because the more people that we can appeal to, the bigger the project is going to be. The bigger the project is going to be, then all of you guys as our investors, and that means that your investment is much more valuable. As well as that, we also are in talks with some large investors who have taken a great interest in our project, and we're just discussing like how they could be a part of it, how they could be supporting us in terms of our marketing efforts, in terms of game development. And so the fact that so early on we have such great interest from some very large net worth individuals is a great sign for the project and for its long-term future, that they see it as a potentially great investment. We also are in the interviewing process to bring on board some more developers. So I had an interview with a company that actually trains and trains and works with companies to hire developers who are coming from a very high level. Some are people who were coming from some of the top companies working at Microsoft, Apple, Google, these type of engineers. And so we're getting some of these interviews in place and hopefully looking to get on board some high quality developers to allow us to give some support to Sweetie, to give her more time to focus on the game development while we can still be developing everything for the protocol. And then the big thing that's happened is today was actually it was yesterday, last night was the launch of our Generation 1 NFTs. So we're really, really excited about it. The Generation 0 sold out super quickly. And so there was a lot of demand for them. That's why we came out with this next generation of them. So I just want to go through and like walk everyone through the mechanics of exactly how they work. So if we head back over to the NFT page, so you can see how it has all the different instructions that you need here. To mint one of the NFTs, you hit the mint button and it will show you how you can do it. So to buy one of the NFTs, you have to have DAI in your wallet. And right now it says up to 5 levels currently available. So you can either buy a level 1, a level 2, a level 3, a level 4, or a level 5. Corresponding prices, so level 1 is 500, level 2 is 1,000, 3 is 1,500, 4 is 2,000, 5 is 2,500. So whichever level you want, you would type in that number and see how the cost comes up. So it tells you exactly the cost of it before you hit the mint button, and that would create your NFT for you. Now, the benefits of the Generation 1, like what it's going to allow us to do, or like what are some of the features of it? Well, the first thing is that the maximum supply for the bronze NFTs is 3 times what it was for the Generation 0. So the max supply is 300 NFTs. So give more people an opportunity to be able to get one of those. The Gen 0s were so popular that not only did they sell out, but we even had peer-to-peer trades happening where people were selling their NFTs to other people who weren't able to get them because they've been that popular. So we wanted to make sure we expanded the supply. So the max supply of that is 300. With their features, they can be merged one time. So one of the great benefits of the Generation 0 NFTs is that they can be merged an unlimited amount of times, but there is a small supply. So obviously, like over time, it will get more difficult to merge because there aren't as many. Whereas with the Generation 1 NFTs, they can be merged one time. So you can take buy 10 NFTs and then merge them all together. You could only merge 2 of them one time. In terms of how the leveling up works, so with the minting fee itself, so every NFT, every Generation 1 NFT that gets bought, 10% of that fee automatically burns game. So one of our large priorities in order to keep the protocol healthy and keep the peg at a good level is that to have all of these different features that are burning the game token, so keeping the currency balance. So minting is one of those features. The other one is that in order to level up your NFT, there is a fee to do that, which is in-game. So the way that those fees work is that from levels 1 to 5, the fee to level up is the same in-game as the level of that NFT. So if you have an NFT level 1 and you want it to level up to level 2, then that will cost you 1 game. If you have an NFT level 2 and you want to level up to level 3, that will cost you 2 game. A level 3 NFT, that will cost you 4 game. Level 4 NFT, that will cost you 4 game. Same, so on and so on. Once you reach level 5, that then increases. So now from level 5 to level 10, it's the level of your NFT in-game plus 5 game. So if you have a level 5 NFT, it would cost you 5 game plus another 5 game. So it would be 10 game to level up. If it's level 6, it would be 6 game plus 5, so 11 game to level up. If it's 7, it'd be 7 game plus 5, so it costs you to level up, and so on and so on. When it gets to level 10, so from level 10 to level 15, it's the same thing, the level of your NFT, but now that extra fee doubles, so it goes to plus 10. So if it was a level 10 NFT, it would cost you 10 game plus 10, so 20. If it was a level 11, it would cost you 11 plus 10, so 21. If it was level 13, 13 plus 10, and so on and so on. Then when it gets to level 15 to level 20, it then doubles again, so it becomes 20. So a level 15 would cost you 15 game plus 20. A level 16 would cost you 16 game plus 20, and so on and so forth. From 20 to 50, those are still to be formally decided by a governance vote. So if it went up to 50, it would be the same thing every 5 levels. It would double the amount of game plus the level of NFT in game. The whole goal of that is that it progressively gets more expensive to level up your NFT, and all of those fees that are in game are going to be burned. So again, this is all mechanisms helping to support our peg. So again, if someone wants something that's more and more valuable, they've got to pay the price to get that. And those fees that they're paying are all going towards supporting the peg and supporting the protocol and getting game burned. So that's one of the features that we've put in there as well. That also correspondingly makes the Generation 0 NFTs even more valuable because there is no fee to level those up. So for the people who are able to get those Generation 0 NFTs, or people that really want to buy them, that's something that's going to give them more and more value over time. In terms of how they work, so for the newer investors who haven't seen or haven't really gone through the mechanics of how they work with unlocking, the level of NFT that you have will allow you to unlock a corresponding percentage of L Theory tokens. So for example, if you have 100 L Theory tokens in your wallet and you have a level 10 NFT, you can use that NFT on those 100 L Theory tokens, and then 10 of those would be unlocked. So you now have 10 Theory tokens, and you'd be left with 90 L Theory tokens. Those 90 L Theory tokens that have already had an NFT used on them, they can't be unlocked anymore. So imagine every L Theory token has a button. Once an NFT pushes that button, it can't be pushed again. But the NFT itself can be used on any L Theory token that has not had an NFT used on it. So for example, you have 100, you use your level 10 NFT, you've got 10 Theory, 90 L Theory that have been used on an NFT. Those can't be interacted with again, so they would just stay as L Theory until they fully vest at the end of 2 years after launch. But then you go and you keep on farming, and then you then go and farm another 50 L Theory tokens that have never had an NFT used on them. You can take your level 10 NFT, use them on those 50 tokens. You would then get 5 Theory tokens, which are unlocked. You'd have 45 locked L Theory tokens, and they would then stay locked. So every time that you freshly farm more Theory tokens, more L Theory tokens, whatever NFT you have on them, you can use those NFTs. But once an L Theory token has had any NFT used on it, it can't be interacted with an NFT again. So the NFTs can be used an unlimited amount of times. The L Theory tokens can only have an NFT used on them one time. So very important to keep that in mind. There's no the NFTs can only be used once or they're useless after that. They can be used an unlimited amount of times. It's the L Theory tokens themselves that can only have an NFT interacted with them one time in their lifetime. And the other benefits, and also all of those benefits of the NFT are coming pre-game launch. Once post-game launch happens, the NFTs are going to have tremendous value, and we really look at them as providing a premium membership for our game players. So the different types of things that people will get from having their NFTs is they'll be able to get access to certain levels in the game that people that don't have NFTs and don't have NFTs at certain levels will be able to get. They'll also have access to certain missions and certain quests that are only for NFT holders with certain levels. Also, particular events that they'll be able to have access to that no one else will get access to. They're going to have certain items and certain different weapons that you have to have an NFT in order to be able to acquire. And there's also going to be different boosters and different power-ups that are all NFT holders only. So a ton of different features of the gameplay are going to be for those NFT holders only. And as our marketing starts kicking, as our holders increase, and as we grow, the supply of NFTs is only going to be a certain limited amount. So they're going to become more and more and more valuable over time. So just like the people who were, I think, the first couple hours of the Generation 0 NFTs getting minted, I think if you told any of those people that, hey, it's like, buying an NFT, minting a level 1 for $500, fast forward, 3 or 4 days, people were selling those same NFTs for 2,000 plus. So there was already a 4x increase, and that was just within a week. And that was when we're just getting our marketing program kicked off. So imagine when we have thousands of holders, imagine when we have tens of thousands of people playing the game, and we have this limited supply of NFTs, the value of those are just going to skyrocket. So for anyone right now, I would say 100% being able to mint these NFTs for $500 in DAI, you're getting an unbelievable deal, and these are only going to get more and more valuable over time, and we're going to be continuing to add more features to them as the protocol expands. As we have more different dApps, they're going to get more and more valuable. So we're really excited about those NFT launches, and we think they're going to be a massive part of the appeal of game theory moving forward. Just a couple of questions to finish off with that came up. One of the questions we got was why is the minting price for our NFTs in DAI instead of it, say, being in game or being in protocol owned liquidity? The reason why we did that is that because having it in DAI gives us flexibility. So, for example, if the whole fee was in game, and so it was $500 worth of game to mint an NFT, if we then wanted to use those funds to, say, for example, pay a YouTube influencer, pay someone to do visual designings, pay someone to to redo the website for us, pay for any of the different things that are going to help to grow and support the protocol, we would then need to sell that game on the market in order to get the funds to then have that in stablecoin. And so for us, having it in stablecoin allows us to do the reverse, where we have it there if we want to do anything non-protocol related. But then if we want to buy game tokens, buy Ethereum tokens, put more liquidity into any of the pools, we're able to do that. So it just gives us the flexibility to have the minting amount be in stablecoins versus it being our own currency. So that's why we made that decision. One of the other questions we got was in typical Tomb Fork, there's a time lock in their version of the boardroom. So for us, that's theoretics, and we don't currently have one. The reason why is because it's tied to the amount of L theory as a percentage over time. So for us, what will happen is that roughly just underneath 2 months after we first launch, that there is a time lock that will come in that is the same as how some of the other Tomb Forks do it. So 36-hour lock, and then it'll be a 12-hour lock to be able to have your game tokens. And so that will come in roughly 2 months after that we've launched. And that's all to do with a time locking period for us, where it's based on the percentage of L theory that exists. So there is going to be a time lock, but it's not something that exists currently right now. That will happen just underneath 2 months from launch. So that's what's coming up there. So that concludes us for today's update there, guys. So again, just to reiterate, we're super excited about the NFTs, and I can't stress enough that anyone who's getting a Generation 1 NFT right now, you're getting an incredible deal that has unbelievable value, and long term, it's just going to get more and more and more valuable. So for me personally, like, I'm buying my NFTs and holding on them, and I would recommend anyone that even if you're able to get 2 or 3x from selling one in the next week or two, I would say you're actually still being dramatically undervalued. And I say the people that bought Generation Zero NFTs for $2,000 come 6 months, a year time, that's going to be an unbelievable investment. So I hope everyone has an awesome day, and we'll speak to you soon.